Hi, this is Gardener Grace 55. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. Enjoy! Give me some likes, some thumbs up, and also click that notification button so that you can get notified when I make new videos. Well, I am in zone 5 and it is cold out here, but I wanted to do some milk jug spring gardening. I really wanted to do the winter gardening with the milk jugs, but however, I wanted to try a little something different because we are in zone 5, so we only have so many months to garden, but we also have our frost dates last until sometime the end of May, so we really can't start planting here until after Memorial Day a lot of times. But for like your greens and your lettuces and things like that, you can plant those a little earlier. But I wanted to try this spring milk jug gardening, and I want to just show you the things that you would need in order to get started. And one thing that I like about this is that it's pretty much maintenance free. It's raining today, so this is like almost a perfect day to like just sit them out because of the wet weather, but we're gonna water them also today as well so that they can stay nice and moist. And one thing that I love about seeds is they know exactly what to do once you plant them. So what you're gonna need a milk jug, and I'm going to show you how to cut the milk jug. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some tape. It can be clear tape, it can be duct tape, it can be Gorilla tape, it can be any type of tape. The idea is just taping the jug back together. You're going to need your seeds, and you're also going to need labels. So what I did is I just took these labels and put them in this little Ziploc bag so that I can pretty much fold it over and tape it on the jug, because if you don't put plastic or put them in some type of plastic, the labels will fade away and then you won't know what's in your milk jug. So that's always a plus. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna demonstrate on how to cut your milk jug. It's really simple. Any type of milk jug, but if you use a jug that has milk in it, all of my jugs were jugs that had water only, drinking water in it. But if you use a milk jug, make sure you rinse that jug out before you go through this process. So you have your jug, and what you're gonna do, see this handle right here? This handle. Okay, so what I do is I start right here on the end of that handle on both sides. And I take my scissors and I begin to cut around the milk jug until I land on the other side right there. And then that way, see, you can bend this and open it up. Then you're gonna need holes at the bottom. So I put 4 holes at the bottom, and then I also, just bending that back, put 3 holes in the top. Now you're gonna take this cap off. You don't need it. Throw it away. You don't need it. You're gonna leave that off so that moisture can get in the inside, and moisture will get through the holes. The rain, if it snows again here, which is possible, it can snow. I mean, we've had snow in April, maybe May, I don't know. But anyway, we are the holes at the bottom, those holes are for drainage, so that when the water goes in, you don't have to worry about it getting too full or flooding out or molding in the inside of there. All right, so the next thing that we have to do is we need to put some dirt in our jug, and I'm just going to dip and any organic potting soil, but I like to use organic soil, but any organic potting soil will do. All right, so I'm going to fill my jug up over here. I got my bag on this side. I'm going to show you how much to just put in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. See? All right. That's good. That's really good. Maybe a little more I put. All right. So see here, right here. That's plenty. All right. So what you're going to do, and this dirt seems pretty moist already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little extra water to it, just so when I do put the seeds in, it'll already be moist. So the first thing that I'm going to plant here is going to be kale, and this is the dino variety. Some people call it dinosaur variety, but I'm going to plant these first. And let me turn this way so you guys can see that. I'm going to open the pack because this is a new pack. And a lot of the seeds that I plant, I also save seeds. Now, I'm going to plant about, probably, I'll say 12 seeds. Maybe at 15 at the most. And I'm just going to, just like this, just sprinkle them around. You don't have to do it in any type of order or anything like that. You can just sprinkle them around. I might put just a few more in there, so more like 20, 22 seeds. Then you're going to take your dirt, a thin layer, and just put right over the top of that. Right over the top of that. And you don't have to pack it down or anything like that. You can pretty much just leave it loose. And then we're going to close the lid. And I hope you guys can see. I'm going to have to take my gloves off so that I can tape it. So what I do is I rip off a little piece of tape first. And I place it, I place it right on that line where it was cut open at. And the reason why I do that It's because when I get ready to take the tape and put it around the whole thing, I kind of have like that that guide as well. So here we go. I'm getting ready to tape around, and I'm gonna pick it up when I'm done so I can show you guys how it looks once it is taped up. You want to make sure you tape it really well, and then you can just pick it up just like that and put it where you want to, the place, you know, that you pick the home for it, which mine is going in my garden house. And I wish I could have did this in the garden house today. That was my plans, but we never know in the Midwest what's gonna happen. So I just take the tape and just double secure it. I may put maybe about I may go around maybe 3 or 4 times. And then in the back right here, because I noticed last year this part kind of lifted up, so I'm gonna show you what I came up with. Is to just on that handle, stick a piece of tape through there, and then flatten it. And here you go. There you go. Now, I'm going to take my label and I'm going to put my label on the back where the handle is at. Last year, I put my labels on the front, and some of them, and when I did it last year, it was for experiment only. So I only did like maybe 4 of these jugs. I did, what did I have? I had cucumbers, melons, and then I also planted marigolds. Because if you know anything about marigolds, you know that they are hard to kill. They're very hard to kill. So I figured if I plant the marigolds, I know that those were going to survive. So I'm going to need another piece of tape, maybe a longer piece, to put on here, because that one was not sticking. It was too short. All right, here we go. So I'm going to tape that on the back of there like that. If you notice, use quite a bit of tape, so make sure that you have plenty of tape. So there we go. This is kale in this container here. And once you plant, once you put your dirt in, it's so easy. You can just pick it up. And so again, I hope you enjoyed that. We're gonna do some spring gardening. We have, today is March 17th. So we have about a good 2.5 months before we start planting here in Zone 5. So if you are in Zone 5, you have time to do milk jug planting. You have time to do your planting. It doesn't have to be a milk jug. It can be a water jug. It can be just a plastic container. I seen one lady on YouTube, she used the spring lettuce containers, those square containers. And I think the most of her planting was like lettuce and things like that, like leafy stuff. And so, but you can use pretty much any type of container to plant your seeds in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in about 6 weeks or 4 weeks, because some of them should have by then. Hopefully we get a little warm temperature, and I'm going to check back in. If not 4 weeks, I'll be back in 8 weeks, and I know for sure that this will have been done, come up, and then I will do another video with me separating the seeds and planting some, and also giving some away, or even selling some things. Amen. So I am so excited about this. I'm so excited about going into my garden house and planting my food for the summer. We only have a short window here in Zone 5, but I am Gardener Grace 55. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video as well. If you know someone that enjoys gardening and they're looking for just a new way to plant without doing all of that work in the inside of your house. You know how you get your little plant containers, and you have to plant them. You have to get grow lights and everything. With this, the seed, it's like that commercial, set it and forget it. The seed knows exactly what to do. Now, don't forget, if it's dry and you're not getting any rain, any snow, or anything like that, make sure you always check them to see if they have dried out, and just put a little water in them. That's it. That's it. You got it. Spring gardening in water jugs or any type of containers. So there we go. I will see you back here in about 6 more weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Once this starts getting some growth, I'll open it up and let you see it. We're going to seal it back up, put it back outside. All right. Thank you for joining me.